Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we're taking a look at the Imperial AT-AT Walker with AT-AT Driver. Now I know some people say AT-AT, some people say AT-AT. It's a whole debate. Begin in the comments below, but I like to say AT-AT. Sometimes I say AT-AT, but in any case, this is the older version of the AT-AT. This is the one that has the lights and sounds and doesn't have the kind of weird tube running through the center. The newer version is the one that's kind of everywhere. That one's around $30. This one is a Toys R Us exclusive, as you can see down here, and it'll run you about $45. Now, I just picked this up at Toys R Us, and unfortunately, they are going out of business, but the 40% off allowed me to pick this up for around $27, so I thought that was pretty good. Cheaper than the new one, but you get the lights and sound, and you get the better version of the figure, in my opinion. So, I also think he's a little bit taller. But taking a look at this guy, has the open packaging. Taking a look on the back here, figure fits inside, of course. The side opens, and there's some playability over there as well. Over here, it says, defeat the Imperial AT-AT before it reaches the Rebel base. Flashing lights and battle sounds. Trapdoor. Some poses may require additional support. I don't really know what pose on here would require additional support. I don't know. I guess it's a blanket warning. In any case, you can see includes AT-AT playset and AT-AT driver figure. So that is what we get. Let's go ahead, bust this guy out of the box so we can take a closer look. So here's the AT-AT out of the packaging. You can see he's quite large. Very difficult to keep him all in the shot at one time. Here is the driver that he comes with. I think this guy looks pretty excellent. Really nice color scheme. The light gray and the white with a little bit of black and red work really well. And he has a standard Stormtrooper blaster. His shoulder articulation is the usual Imaginext Playskool shoulder articulation. Can move around, has the up and down, has the rotation at the wrists. Head can move from side to side, and he bends at the waist. So very cool. I like this guy a lot. I think he's really cool. I kind of wish it came with two figures like this and then like a little Admiral Veers. But what are you going to do? In any case, very cool to get this guy. So we take a closer look at the AT-AT. I really love the look of this thing. The head can move from side to side. These guns on the side can rotate pretty much 180 except for the fact that they run into the head, but no reason you would need to fire backwards anyway. Then he has these two guns on the side here, and how they work. If we turn this guy upside down temporarily, there's a battery compartment right here. There's a tiny little screw. You put two AA batteries in there, and then there's an on and off switch right there. So if you put the batteries in and turn it on, there's a little button here on the top of the head. So you can hear it cycles through. What you just heard was walking sounds, then you get the traditional blaster sounds. And then there is a little bit different blaster sound. So I love the fact that these go in and out just like they did in the movie. And I love the kind of red bar here on the top. Now you can open this. I swear you can. Why is it not opening? There we go. Just stuck on there. So the cockpit does open, and you can take a look inside. It's a little difficult to see, but there is a little bit of controls molded in there, which is pretty neat. And then the floor is gray, and then there's a little bit of a window here in the back. So you take the figure, and let me tilt this up, bend him at the waist, and it's a little difficult to get him in here. You really do kind of have to really push him in there to get it to fit, which is a bit unfortunate, but you can get him to fit in there, and then you can close this up and it will close. So that's pretty neat. I appreciate that he can fit in there. The legs can move. There's a joint here. You can hear really tight ratchet there, and then you can see that the legs, this piece here, can slide inside that piece so you can get a tilt, which is pretty cool. The thing that's weird is the legs are all pretty much bent. The two back legs are a little bit less bent. So it's just about finding the right pose. So you can see the two front legs are bent at a steeper incline. Now these joints here do not move. It's just the ankle tilt and then this joint here. But you can definitely get some cool poses here. And then if we look at this on the side, this piece comes down. And then you can see there is a ton of detail on the inside, which I think is pretty cool. There's also a trap door down here that opens up. And then this grappling beam, well, it's really just a rope. It's not a beam. It's a grappling, I don't know, it's not even really a grappling hook, to be honest. It's just kind of a length of cable. But in the movie, when Luke comes through, and I know I apologize, I don't have Luke in his flight gear like he is at this point in the movie, but Luke comes through and he cuts a hole in the bottom with his lightsaber, and he does use the rope to kind of, you know, get up there, and then he throws the thermal detonator in there to blow it up from the inside. So you could definitely move this around, tie this around a figure to get him to hang. And then the other cool thing that you can do, if we move this back up here, you can actually, there's a little plastic piece up here that sits, and you can use that to pull the figure up, which I think is pretty cool. Now, obviously, you can do this with any figure. You just have to wrap them around the rope, but then you can pull them straight up using this, which is pretty neat. And then how it works is, let me take this guy off. Put him off to the side. So I'm going to pull this back through and close up the hatch on the bottom, and then just kind of put this back in here and close this up. You can see that the piece just kind of lays inside flat. There's a little indentation. And then when you want to use it to move the rope up and down, you just pop it right out of there, and then it sits back in there like that. So I think that's really cool. I really like this. I really do enjoy this. They did come out with a newer version, as I mentioned earlier, but I really prefer this one. One, this one has lights and sounds, which the other one doesn't. Two, it has figures that have that new arm situation where you have to take the arms out, and then you have to put in, like these, the guns on the side are part of the arms that you have to put in the figure and then sit them in, and the arm, the guns come out otherwise. I don't like messing with all that stuff. I don't really go for Hasbro's new weird Playskool arm thing. I just like the traditional figures with the old style shoulders, so you get the articulation. I mean, this is a great figure. These are both great figures. Now, just to be clear, this one does not come with the set. This is from something else. But these are great figures. You know what I mean? They're fun, they're tiny, they're well done, stylized, articulation, detail, paint jobs. They're all really great. And I really like him a lot. And this guy is very much in keeping with that. He's got great articulation, 2 points in each leg. The side can come down. You have that hatch on the bottom with the rope gimmick. Cockpit. You have lights and sounds. I really like this a lot. I feel like there's a lot of fun to be had here. And a kid is really going to have a good time. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. But there's a lot of fun to be had here. And I really do think that kids can have a good time with this. Now, not to completely knock the new ones. They're just not my preference. So you probably won't see me reviewing too many of them, but I'm kind of hoping that Hasbro will wise up and go back to the old style of figure, just because I really did, and I think a lot of people also really appreciated the normal level articulation. It's what Imaginext has stuck with for so long, and it's been working for them, so time will tell. But in any case, I definitely recommend this. If you have a Toys R Us that still has this older AT-AT or AT-AT, whatever you'd like to call it, I think this one's the way to go. Lights and sounds, lots of fun play features, and a great figure. Especially now, 40% off. You can get it for around $27, before tax, of course. But it's a really great toy. I can't recommend it highly enough. But you guys tell me what you think in the comments below. Please like and share the video, and please subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this look at the Imperial AT-AT Walker with AT-AT Driver from the Star Wars Playskool Galactic Heroes line. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching.